Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another free Grand Arena video. It's been a while since I've done these, so we got a lot of new data crons, a lot of new teams, so maybe I'll start doing this a little bit again just to catch up on some of the new counters available. So first things first, obviously we do have this Dr. Aphra data cron, so wanted to test can I take down Jabba, you know, with that new Jabba data cron just to see how that goes. Unfortunately, for some reason, I didn't record a battle. I quit my data crons and then I stopped recording by mistakes, it looks like. So I don't have the actual battle for you. But it's not that you would be able to learn a lot from it because I lost. They just nuked my Aphra straight at the beginning and after 2 turns she just exploded from thermal detonators. Now let me show you the data cron that I do have for Aphra. Not the level 6, I have the anti-revive one, but from what I've been seeing out there, if you want Dr. Aphra to work, you really need level 6 bonus to be the one where you use the basic for the first time, you reset your cooldowns again 100% per meter. So I've been trying to reroll and get that level 6, but no luck so far. So if I do get it, obviously I'll try this again in next week's Grand Arena. For this purpose, unfortunately didn't work. Maybe it doesn't help that my BT is Relic 5, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll give this a go once if I actually get the right data cron. Now because my Aphra failed, so this is all from the round 1 of week 1, I had to then resort to a 2-shotting of Jabba. I've done this before, Traya, Savage and Nihilus, but obviously didn't know how to interact with the new data cron there with level 6 and level 9. It really boosts Leia. I didn't know how that will work, so I decided, you know what, anyway I've already lost the round 1 because I couldn't one-shot Jabba there with my Aphra, so might as well spend the rest of the round fooling around and testing just to see how things work. Obviously Savage here is the key, like don't try this with Sion or something like that, I don't think that will work. You really need Savage because you know he's a one-man band, to be honest. He's constantly gaining this taunt and things like that, cleansing debuffs. He's very hard to take down. We got some protection recovery as well there, so you can see he's tanking no problem whatsoever. Traya finally getting a turn, gone ahead, isolate Chrysanthemum then. So there we go, and then we can just start going after Leia now. We'll just ignore Chrysanthemum, we'll annihilate him. Probably I think Nihilus should have it ready on his next turn. There we go. Will that do it? Not quite. Alright, looks like Savage could finish this off. There we go with his overpower. So we've got her out, and now we're just gonna go ahead there, annihilate Chrysanthemum, and at this point you just hit autoplay and you're going to time out. These 3 units just simply cannot deal with Jabba. Jabba will just insta-kill them one at a time with his ultimate, or best case scenario timeout. Anyways, just hit auto, just obviously speeding up the footage. We don't need to sit here for 5 minutes of this. There we go. Defeated. Now luckily in 3v3, well, Mothma can work, I guess, depending, I guess, on, you know, data crons and relics and things like that. But I did equip this one that on basic we gain critical damage up and offense up, so hopefully that will be enough damage to burn through Jabba here. So let's hop in the battle. So at least it's showing you, you know, how you can, I guess, 2-shot Jabba if you have no other choice in 3v3. It looks like it's still possible even with all these data crons. Let's go ahead and bring our helper here. Now it's 4v1. Let's go ahead get some of that. Okay, perfect. We got buff immunity, healing immunity, ability blocks, so you know we can some sort of keep Jabba here under control. That's why we are bringing Cassian for his debuffs. All right, at this point, I mean, everything is set up. Just hit autoplay and I guess wait and see if you can burn through him. As you can see, we have no issues at all here. Cleaning Jabba, it took a minute and a half to take him down. 2-shot Jabba without Galactic Legend. Hey, at least it's worth something, right? Okay, so it seems like I'm the only person here in Kyber that doesn't have Leia or something. I don't know. Every single opponent has Leia already. I'm probably, I don't know, 3 weeks away probably from having Leia. But until then, I have to learn how to defeat Leia here in 3v3. I've seen many people running this team, Kylo, and Malgus. Now know that my Malgus is only Relic 5, only one Omicron, so I'm not sure if that plays the part. And of course we've got the Datacrons. Let me just show you the defense on this Leia. 396% defense. Maybe that plays a part as well. Also obviously the level 6 with 75% damage reduction when they have 50% per meter or more. This is my Datacron. I don't know, again, I don't have any better Datacron for unaligned force users or anything, so this is what I'm rolling with. Hopefully, you know, that buffs on basic will boost a little bit and that extra defense can help me survive long enough for Kylo to ramp up. So I'm doing this for the first time, so maybe I misplayed something. Anyway, I did remode my Kylo for speed just to make sure he goes before Leia, so he can actually stun Drogon before Leia puts them in stealth. So far so good. Malgus assisting, helping fuel our ultimate. Okay, well we'll just do an AoE, I guess. Now R2's out in the open. Okay, sure, just give me an AoE here. Just keep fueling our ultimate. Nothing we can do here. There we go. Well, Drogon is still in stealth. Well, might as well hit Leia, I guess. Okay, alright, okay, so far so good. This is looking quite good actually. Let's go ahead, reapply that stun on Drogon. Okay, sure, do a special. There we go. Oh, got him in the yellow. Okay, seems like this is working, guys. Seems like this is working. Let's actually get that damage immunity of R2. Alright, so we got ultimate fully charged. Yeah, let's just do a swipe actually. I'm gonna save the... Oh, almost got Drogon down. No. What? I lost Malgus. That's Relic 5 Malgus for you, I guess. Okay, let's see if Kylo can carry this now. We got a full ultimate. There we go. Go ahead, stun R2. Alright, okay. Sure, let's go ahead, stun Drogon as well. But it seems like every time my Kylo gets a turn, these guys have more than 50% turn meters. I just can't finish them off. Come on. Get... Oh, God, so close. So close. What do I do? Let's stun R2 and... Okay, here we go. Hopefully we can survive until we get to the ultimate. Oh, no. No. Yeah, that didn't go well. Now, looking back at the footage, maybe misplay there was when I was in my ultimate, I went for a stun on R2. If I would have just done an AoE there, I would have had already one turn ultimate to go into ultimate before Leia hits her ultimate, then maybe I could win. Then also you've seen my Relic 5 Malgus dying off, also one Omicron as well. I don't have the, what is it, the damage immunity Omicron on him. I have just the one for assists. So I don't know. I guess it could work, but I feel like, I don't know. I'm not really comfortable, I think, using this. Especially like this was a high defense Leia. What if you got a high damage Leia? So I don't know. Definitely Leia is gonna be a problem. So in terms of other stuff, what I was trying, still this is from the same round. I'm like, all right, well, couldn't clear Jabba with my Aphra, couldn't clear Leia with my Kylo. So let's just go ahead, throw some random stuff at Leia, see if we can make some progress. But again, maybe a little bit of a misplay there because I was doing for the first time with Kylo Malgus. Maybe doing it again, I would play better, I'm not sure. There we go. They're getting a jump start on us. Okay, alright, perfect. They've got Sith Empire Trooper in the yellow. Alright, here we go. Gonna link up, I guess, Leia, Drogon. Okay, we just need Armorer to get that third piece. There we go. Alright, so we got full Beskar on Sith Eternal. Let's see if you can survive. Oh, damage is just insane on this team. Alright, okay, so far so good. Alright, almost to the ultimate actually. Okay, alright, okay. Alright, let's hit it. Okay, alright. Okay, nice counterattacks. Now this is probably, I think, where again another misplay. I decided to unload the ultimate, whereas I had opportunity to relink, so I could link R2, I could link their Drogon. And then obviously on the next turn I could insta-kill them. Well, considering I would survive another turn. Because as you can see here, I relinked, but I just wasn't able to get R2 down. It was just ridiculous. So maybe again, a bit of a misplay there on my part. Maybe if I would have relinked, survived the turn, I would have been able to actually beat this, because look at this. I mean, how is R2 doing 165k on a non-crit on a Galactic Legend? I don't know, guys. Something just is broken here. Like, I don't have Leia personally, so maybe I'm misunderstanding how Leia works, but this is ridiculous, man. Nobody should be hitting a Galactic Legend for 165k. Non-crit. Nobody. This is just ridiculous. Again, a bit of a misplay on my part. Could have been better, again, doing this for the first time. So I guess we'll know for more. I'm like, alright, let's see if JML can clear this. Just couldn't make a dent. Like, Leia's all the time recovering health and protection. R2's being annoying. Yeah, look, I got her in the yellow. She's back in the green, and this is getting nowhere. They're ramping up damage. She's about to get the ultimate. Yeah, Leia. I don't know, guys, not looking good. Okay, so this will be now the footage from round 3. So in round 2, I was actually live streaming, so the link description below to my live stream from round 2, where I used Jabba versus Leia, and it worked, but barely worked. That was like a 350% defense Leia, and literally I nearly timed out. I killed Leia with 8 seconds to go. So again, Jabba versus Leia, you know, could be a timeout problem. And then also the Drogon nearly one-shot my own Leia. She was like in red, barely hanging on for her dear life. If they would hit her again, she would die off and I would lose. Again, my Leia Relic 5, more prone to dying. So again, not feeling completely confident with Jabba versus Leia. But then somebody during my live stream suggested, hey, he said, hey, I used Reva, Starkiller and Savage to take down Leia. I'm like, really? Without using Galactic Legend, you take down Leia? I mean, it is 3 Omicrons on this team, obviously, as you can see. Well, 4 really if you count Starkiller's 1, but 3 characters with Omicrons on here. This is just, I guess, quite an expensive counter, but at least you're not using a Galactic Legends, because like Savage normally I would use with Traya, and Traya can do kind of her own thing without Savage as well. Obviously not as good, but still, you know, you can use Traya without Savage. Starkiller versus Rey, because of that annoying unaligned force user datacron that we still have this season. I guess I'm not really feeling confident using Starkiller versus Rey. And then Grand Inquisitor lead instead of Reva lead with Inquisitors on defense, you know, it's still semi-annoying. So I guess it's a situational thing. It is expensive to use this to counter Leia, but whatever I used so far felt really dodgy. Again, Datacrons may play in part. This one just has a lot of health, not so much defense, which obviously we like lots of health because of Death Mark. So maybe this again is ideal Datacron to go up against. Here I do have an aligned force user bonus there, level 3 for some extra damage and lots of defense. Hopefully we can survive. Again, it's all subject to Datacrons, right? That's just the way it is in Grand Arena. That's why I'm showing you what I've got. So Drogon will get his bonus turn because of Datacron, and he will cleanse himself, get a Death Mark, feed bunch of turn meter to Savage, which obviously allows Savage to keep going. Drogon's out already, so okay, this is looking good. But we'll see. My Relic 5 Starkiller, hopefully he can survive, because if you see the R2, man, he can do some serious damage after a while. Let's lock in the days on Leia, stop her from counter-attacking. Alright, Starkiller so far hanging in there. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and lock in some healing immunity, as well as defense down. Alright, here comes R2. Unfortunately, I have now critical damage immunity, so R2 isn't able to crit and cleanse himself to get a Death Mark. There we go, we got a Dispel. That's where that second Omicron Starkiller coming in handy with a mass Dispel, so I was able to get R2 out of stealth. But anyway, not much I can do until he gets Death Mark. There we go, he's Death Mark. Let's quickly try and get him out. There you go. My Starkiller barely surviving there. I'm like, come on, somebody take R2 out, get a turn, get him down. And there we go. Perfect timing. Let's pull it out of the sky. And once you're at this point, I mean, I don't think Leia can do a whole lot in this 3v1 situation versus this particular lineup. So definitely it's worked really well, very comfortable. I mean, they did get Starkiller in yellow a couple of times. So if you do have their high relic Starkiller, maybe it will be better. But again, mind you, they had lots of health from the Datacron, so you know, we were doing a lot of damage thanks to Death Mark. Again, Datacron dependent, very expensive counter, but I just wanted to show you all the different things I've done versus Leia. And Jabba barely worked. This kind of worked comfortably. I guess Supreme the Kylo Ren and Sith Eternal kind of almost worked. Couple, maybe one minor misplay on my part, so there are options, but luckily only 2 more weeks to go of this Leia Datacron, and I think once she loses her Datacron, things will become a lot easy and more simple. Alright, enough of this Leia nonsense, let's just get more into the fun stuff. So I'm just gonna go here and try out my Jedi Knight Cal versus Malgus. Now this isn't the best Malgus team, doesn't have Revan and Bastila, so I'm pretty sure this will work. But I'm still trying to figure out how to use Cal here in 3v3 because I unlocked him the second time around when basically his Datacron expired. So it's really my first go at using him. But you know, I think it worked pretty well. Not sure obviously if it would be like different Malgus lineup. But obviously here we've got their taunt over on base, and he hits up the big hit, and then we just go ahead, do a basic Dispel, then we put Armor Shred over on Marauder. Okay, it's really cool to have a Dispel on basic with Cal, it's really good. Sure, let's go ahead and yeah, just get, I guess, Cal for an assist. No point of hitting Malgus, we'll just insta-kill him, so I'm just trying to go after Marauder here. Let's go ahead and give turn over to Bastila, I guess. There we go. Alright, we'll just keep going after Marauder. He's hard to take down. Okay, alright, so far so good. Guess May's kind of hanging in there. Let's go ahead and get an Armor Shred. Oh, or even better, take Talon out. Perfect. So Talon's down. There we go. We are now already on to the insta-kill. Get Malgus out, and now we just have to get through Marauder, which eventually, you know, he's very durable, but obviously there with the Shatter Point from Mace, you are reducing stats on Marauders. So eventually, you know, you can take him down quite easily. From Malgus on defense to Malgus on offense, and that's why I try not to put Malgus on defense anymore, because everybody got Cal, so it's kind of, I guess, an easy win. So I'm kind of bringing my Sith Empire on offense, and again trying to figure out what to do with them here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can take care of this Finn here. Yeah, again, depends on Datacron. Obviously I did add some extra stats of health on Malgus to increase the damage on his big hit. Again, my Malgus only relic 7, so you have relic 8, relic 9 Malgus. That one shot on Finn will be better, but still, even with Hero Finn out, look at these two putting up a fight. Obviously we don't have a whole lot of damage on this team apart from Malgus's big hit. There we go. I'm like, come on, seriously, you're gonna take out my Talon like that? Not the best banner win, but you know, it's a win. And because I used Malgus there versus Finn, this allows me to bring my Jedi Knight Revan here with Jedi Master Luke, because normally I would do Jedi Knight Revan versus Finn Sortie, but now here I can actually take out Lord Vader with my Master Luke. Again, not the best Datacron that I equipped for my guys, because I've got a lot of health, and this means the damage over time will be doing a lot of damage, so they will quickly burn through protection, especially on my Revan. So not the ideal Datacron. You really want only protection boosts, not health boosts, but that's the only thing what I have, so I have to work with what I've got. Unfortunately, didn't get ability block there in the opening sequence on Lord Vader. So they were able to get their opening plays going, but there we go, thrones out already. We don't care about the, you know, any defense or stacking defense that these guys have, because all damage is coming from inherited teaching, that is true damage anyways. There we go, Maul doing Maul things. Let's go ahead and get that buff immunity of Luke, just to make sure that he can keep his taunt. Sure, let's go ahead, I guess, call Revan for an assist. Basic, there we go. Alright, let's see if we can get Maul out. Sure, let's just call Revan just to feed there, just to recover some protection on him. Unfortunately, Maul is still alive. This is where my Jedi Knight Revan nearly dies, because again, I really had bad Datacron because I had lots of health on it. So, you know, if you don't have Datacron with health, I think Revan shouldn't come so close to dying. And from here on out, it's obviously a 3v1. We should be good to go. Because generally, I've kind of been struggling with Jedi Master Luke, both in 5v5 and 3v3. What can he actually do in terms of taking out Galactic Legends? So it seems like if you can take out Lord Vader, seems like that's the best use of Jedi Master Luke, at least for me personally. So always try to do that if I can. But anyway, there we go. Get him down. Come on. Come on. One more hit. Somebody. Oh, he was able to heal up. Let's go ahead. Dispel. Keep going. Inherited teachings. And down he goes. Alright, so I was very happy that this actually worked. And because I'm bringing all of my Sith Empire on offense, I'm also trying to see what I can actually do with Darth, Revan, Malak, and Basti. Now, no Malakas on the enemy team, so hopefully we can knock these guys out. I don't know. Obviously, they also don't have the best Datacron equipped. They don't have level 9 for Ahsoka Falcon. If they would, maybe this would be bigger threat, because then I think she can ignore taunts or something with her level 9. So maybe not the most ideal thing here. But anyway, we'll just keep going. She's constantly dispelling. Come on. The biggest thing here, I guess, is constantly make sure Malak is taunting, so that when Cere does to get to her big nuke, obviously Malak, he doesn't care, because that's max health damage. So do whatever you can to constantly have taunt on Malak, which means either land fear or shock or somebody, and this will ensure he's taunting. There we go. Let's get some fear out again. Okay, and okay, she wasn't quite ready yet. Let's go ahead, drain Ahsoka. Now our next threat here is Cere. Again, just trying to make sure I got taunt. Let's get fear out. There we go. She ate up the big hit from Cere. Malak ate a big hit from Cere without any problem when she nuked it. That's why I think as long as you get that out, you should be good to go. And now just a case of finishing off Cal. Probably Malak will come in with a drain or something, because this boy is very thick. There we go. And I even finished off with 57 banners. I guess Fallen Bastila's got some protection recovery. Now, I do have my Night Sisters at Relic 7 because of the Rise of the Empire territory battles. They've got a special mission on Dathomir that requires Relic 7 Night Sisters. And because they're Relic 7, I did put Omicron on Marine, and it's similar thing like with Cal and Malgus. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with Night Sisters. I know, not the biggest team here with Sortie here on defense with Droideka and Grievous, but I'm like, let's give it a go. I don't know how this will, hopefully we can get this to work, because obviously with the whole VIP mechanic, they're recovering some health, right, who's got VIP, so will I be able to get this plague to stick? Like, I'm like, Marine, I don't, like I said, it's probably the first time I'm using Night Sisters on offense with Marine, and I'm like, Marine, take a turn. Why she's not getting a turn? I think she's got like her speed set to 0 or something, and then she's just gaining some bonus turn meter. So until somebody's defeated, I don't think Marine even gets a turn. But there we go, we took Sortie down. I'm like, okay, this is looking promising. Obviously stuck behind Droideka. There we go, finally somebody died off, so I could get a turn with Marine. And there we go, even 56 banners. Normally I didn't use Night Sister on offense because of the low banner wins, but you know, Marine does add some protection recovery, so quite good there. And then the Wookiees, they lost their Datacrons, so they're not as scary as they used to be, so I'm pretty sure here I will not need here a Datacron to handle these guys. It's not like I had anything useful at this point, it was the back zone, and here in Fear Free I simply do not have enough Datacrons for all the teams. But anyway, let's go ahead, get our contract going. Alright, Okay, so far so good. Here come the Wookiees. Alright, okay. Okay, let's give some buffs. Okay, I think one more hit over on that Chewie, and we should have our contract triggered. Perfect, there we go. Let's get our taunt up again. Alright, okay, oof. Alright, let's go ahead, dispel these debuffs. There we go. Tarfful goes down, and now we just have to burn for these two guys, and that's it. Yeah, so pretty safe counter, I guess. Here, let's go ahead. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, Mando had to do all the heavy lifting here. There we go, full 57 banner ring, so I was pretty happy with this. Then we got Hondo here with IG and Quill. Pretty sure Bad Batch should work here, right? I mean, I have a Datacron here, but it doesn't really do a whole lot, I guess. A little bit stacking offense. I guess it's not bad for Bad Batch. Anyway, they're gonna go ahead. Well, one of them will get right that on them, so they will have to wait until my Echo gets a turn. At least we can dispel the debuffs, get some foresight going. Do you know what? I'm just gonna do an AoE. There we go. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and dispel all the buffs. I'm going to go ahead and put a stack of translation over on Echo. And there we go. And I'm now gonna call there my tech for assist, so he can start reducing cooldown, so I can get back-to-back special abilities. Finish off Quill. We'll probably go after IG next, because he's constantly annoying dispelling my debuffs whenever he gets a turn, and then we'll deal with Hondo next, I guess. I just decided there to remove some turn meter from Hondo. I've got 2 exposes, basic should do there, and down goes Hondo. There we go. Okay, so enough of success, let me show you some fails, right? So, like, Scout Trooper is supposed to stop Wampa in 3v3, like the data isn't great, but I'm like, you know what, let's just give it a go and actually see how this works, because I haven't tried it. Not the Datacron, they've got pretty insane Datacron in terms of the damage and everything, so maybe once this Datacron expires, maybe Scout Trooper won't be stopping Wampa. Again, for these kind of things you probably want a lot of defense on Wampa just so he can survive the opening sequence, but this is what I had at this point. So let's go ahead and let me show you how it went. And again, a misplay on my part, I was doing this for the first time. That's normal. Alright, they open up, Wampa takes a hit, he counterattacks, gains bonus turn meter, and at this point, instead of using the AoE, I should have just done basic, because basic will feed you some turn meter. And now that Scout Trooper landed at daze, then on your next turn with Wampa, if your Wampa survives, that is without that bonus protection, you can do an AoE, which will cleanse the debuffs from Wampa, and then Wampa can start doing Wampa things. So maybe with a little bit different Datacron config, without that my misplay, I think Wampa could still potentially work here versus Iden. A little bit of, I guess, depending on Datacrons, mods, and as well as relic levels, but I don't think Scout Trooper is completely the end of Wampa versus Iden here, at least in 3v3. Okay, and there we go. Now I've done this before, Qui-Gon versus Rex 5s, but obviously that time we had Captain Rex had a Datacron, we had a Datacron for Qui-Gon with an insane amount of damage, lots of armor penetration, so really nuked these guys out often, even before they were able to kill off Qui-Gon. But without that extra damage boost, these battles really drag on, and I've done this in every single round, and they always feel slightly uncomfortable, to be honest. Anyway, I like to get a taunt up here, just to keep Qui-Gon alive a bit longer if I can, just so maybe start working some progress towards the other guys. Let's go ahead, get those buffs of 5s. I'm just gonna do basic here. Okay, so the goal here is to try and get 5s, you know, as low as you can, so once Anakin unleashes his nuke, you can actually do something. Let's go ahead, swap stances, get an armor shred over on 5s. I almost got him actually. Okay, okay, alright, yeah, keep going. Oh, I almost got him. Ooh. Alright, let's get it taunt up again. Oh man, as you can see, this could get tricky. Alright, we got 5s out. Well, let's go after, I don't know, Captain Rex, I guess. Like this usually was done in like 20-30 seconds previous season, but this is really dragging on for too long for my liking. I don't know, Captain X is constantly carving some health and protection. They got a stun on Anakin. Uh-oh, let's get a taunt up. Come on. Oh boy, here we go. Come on, Anakin, do your thing. We do have offense down though, which is unfortunate. Let's go ahead, swap stance, I guess, so we can maybe do a big... Oh, come on, man. Just... So definitely feels like very hard work now once we lost the Qui-Gon data crowd. Still able to pull through every single time, but hey. And let's finish off, I guess, with the ship battle. Now people have been asking me to create a guide Negotiator in versus Leviathan, so it's taking some time to test different things, but at least in the meantime I can show you one of the battles I did in Grand Arena that resulted in a win, just so that you can see how this team works. It will depend on the reinforcements as well that enemy brings. So this battle that I'll show you, it's the ideal reinforcement for the Negotiator counter. The other one could be trickier, you will see. Anyway, you always start off with Ahsoka dispelling the Tauntaun Bomber, and then you can just do Mass Assist on Sith Assassin or TIE Dagger. TIE Dagger is tankier, so can survive usually this Mass Assist. Sith Assassin in most cases will go down. Otherwise, TIE Dagger you would finish off with an AoE from Anakin. And this is the biggest piece of RNG, the AoE from Anakin do land buff immunity and healing immunity on Bomber. If you don't land anything, you probably will not win, but if you land both, you've got an excellent chance of winning here. Do an AoE, get some extra buffs for our team. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in Plo now. I know we'll get dazed and everything, but at least Plo a little bit heals up the team. He can put stunt on himself, and then we'll just keep going after Bomber. Now they're bringing in Phantom, which means the next reinforcements would be Mark 6 Interceptor, which is what we want, because when it comes in, what'll happen is we'll have unending loyalty, so it won't be able to do its big hit. That's why this is the ideal reinforcements that you want to use Negotiator with the one with the Phantom. There we go, we ate up the insta-kill, and as well because it used its insta-kill, it drops stacks from 40 to 10, so we'll actually be able to finish off Mark 6 Interceptor. But otherwise, let's see if we can get healing immunity and buff immunity. Again, some RNG there on Fury Interceptor, and because of healing immunity, it wasn't able to heal up. I can just go ahead now and bring in another reinforcement. There we go. Also know that they were not able to destroy my reinforcements yet, because again, using Phantom instead of, you know, like TIE Dagger or something as the first reinforcement, they didn't dish out enough debuffs to really disable my reinforcements. And now I can just go ahead here, work down the Mark Interceptor, but as you can see, constantly gaining these buffs. I'm like, well, what is this Valor? Why is one counts a buff, one as a debuff? I'm like, what's going on here? I don't know. Anyway, one more hit, come on. There we go. AoE, oh, no, okay, so now they destroy reinforcement, too little, too late. Finishing off there as well, Phantom for a 67 banner win. Now in my live stream we fought the usual lineup where actually first reinforcement was Mark 6 Interceptor, and at that point it can't use its insta-kill, so it will come in and remain on 30 stacks, and that's why then it's very difficult to take down Mark 6 Interceptor. But if Interceptor comes in as a second reinforcement, you've got much better win chance here. So if you're not sure what kind of reinforcements your opponent is setting, just check their Grand Arena history, and if they're doing this, Negotiator's got a good chance of winning as long as you get that healing and buff immunity. Again, more detailed counter guide coming later down the road after I'm finished testing different RNG scenarios as always. Thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you found this video useful and helpful. It's a bit longer than I planned to be, but it was just a lot thing going on around countering Leia, so I just wanted to a little bit give you context of those battles as well, instead of just, you know, showing you the battles and goodbye. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.